Hey there, it is Phoenix Amore. It is December 17th, 2016. So, I wanted to address this whole thing with my oldest girlfriend asking how to make the enchiladas. It's interesting because even though it's small, anybody that can kind of step back in a situation knows that was actually a big gesture because it wasn't a competitive thing. So, I must be doing something right to where she does not feel like she has to compete with me as mother versus girlfriend. That is a dynamic that happens a lot of the times. And so I'm really kind of leading by example in a way where it's like, good, I'll teach you how to make these enchiladas. We're not competing. Your girlfriend, I'm mother. I know those boundaries. So I wanted to do this video about matriarch families. This is the thing. When you are self-aware, you can really step back and say, I remember how it felt when I was treated like that, or when I was in this situation. I don't want another person to have to feel that way. I don't want my son's girlfriend to have to feel like he's competing with mother, and she's girlfriend. So I'm actually teaching by example that you are still linked to him. So in a way, I'm teaching him to be head of household, per se, even though they don't have a household yet. He's head of your situation. But when he calls me for advice, trust me, I'm not that type that's sitting there taking his side about everything. So one of the things is when he talked about the aunt wanting to meet him and making sure she's good enough, it's funny because I was like, don't you know that goes both ways? So I'm very vocal about that kind of stuff for the purpose of having healthy relationships. I don't like those family dynamics where it's this competitive thing like, does your son know what a good woman he has? I could say, does your daughter know what a good man she has? We can go back and forth and have some stupid conversation, or let them be two young adults date and let this just see how this plays out. That's why I was like, who is you? That's why y'all see me right. Who is you? Where you feel like you need to, as aunt, make a judgment on, who he's dating. Even my mother's sisters, when they're like, well, we gonna have to meet this girl. I said, what say do you have? So don't trust me. This is one thing about me. This is why my older son will talk to me. I'll check her aunt, I'll check his aunt. So I'm like, if you meet her and you say whatever, that does not matter. That's who he's dating. That's what he loves about me, but that's where he's gotten his strength too. And he's like, yeah, well, they can meet her, but it's still who I want to be with. Ding, ding, ding. Teaching a man to think for himself. A lot of times, matriarch families, you are actually stifling people's growth because you like control. So you either have these angry men dating these women because they felt control. They don't even know why they're so angry about women, because you controlled them even when they started hitting young men times where it wasn't supposed to be about controlling, more about teaching. You still demand that respect, but now it becomes from mother to teacher about how to be a good man, because next thing's going to be dating somebody. You need to know how to treat that woman, not like she's an object, but like she's a person. So this is why I've done everything the way that I have with my sons. And you notice there's a confidence to him where even with that situation with her, when he called, I will tell him, are you seeking advice? Or he kind of knows how my tone is, where I'm like, okay, so are you calling for advice? Or, so he may be just calling just to talk about it. Knowing the difference is the key. And this is what I want to talk about with the matriarch families, that control. This is why a lot of unhealthy relationships started happening. I can be honest with you and say both of my spouses that I was married to, only children, boys, that matriarch mentality in their families where it was almost, I don't know, suffocating is the word, because it was like, I'm trying to grow us into a unit as a family. And I'm trying to give you the lead, quote unquote, head, but you can't even see that because you still have your mom who wants to be in control, and your aunts, they're still putting me under a microscope about what my intentions are. Step back, matriarchs in the family, so that people can grow and watch how much basically things start improving. Some of this bad energy in our family right now is too many controlling factors finally have blown up. And if you look around, all the situations going around, and I'm keeping it real, look at all the situations that came out of a lot of women needing to be in control, not only of your lives, but your children's lives. And it just kind of blew up in a lot of people's faces. So you have to step back and think about it. That's all I'm saying. Be mother, not matriarch. Take care.